This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, the banks are in trouble. They are hanging on by their fingernails, and if the banks are in trouble, the naked shorters that they're financing are in trouble also. The FDIC has announced that they found more problem banks, which is now at a 3-year high. This is absolutely crazy. They found an additional 68 banks in Q3 that are having financial or managerial issues. Specifically, they say a problem bank is an institution with financial, operational, or managerial weaknesses that threatens their continued financial viability. Okay? There are a whole lot more banks that are in trouble financially that are at risk of becoming insolvent. And I'm not sure exactly which banks this is, but here's the thing. They only let us know about the banks when it's too late. They don't let us know in advance so that we can take our money out, that we can move our money to a bank that's not a problem bank. No, they let us keep our money in there and keep our money at risk, even though they know these banks are in trouble, or even though they know these banks are at risk of insolvency. It's absolutely crazy the way they run our financial markets. All the 1%ers are probably fully aware of which banks it is. You see, what did Berkshire Hathaway do? They sold all their Bank of America shares. Well, not all of them, but a majority of them. You know why? Because they know Bank of America, more than likely, might be one of these 68 banks. Do I know that? No, I am not aware of who these 68 banks are. But do I believe that the 1%ers and the people in the no? Of course they do. And they're taking their money and their assets out of these institutions. But for the 99%, we get the news when it's already too late. It's absolutely crazy. But here's the thing. This is good news for people who are long on stocks that have been naked shorted by the bad actors like AMC, like GME, like MULN, like NEO, and companies like that. Because when these banks run out of money, when their liquidity is gone, there is no more money to finance these naked shorts. And when there's no money to finance the naked shorts, they have to start covering their counterfeit short positions. And when it comes to AMC and GME, in my opinion, it's in the billions and trillions of counterfeit shares. And FINRA and the OCC, more than likely, in my opinion, are going to end up holding the bag for all these naked shorters. They're going to be running to bankruptcy court. They're going to be running to Congress. And OCC and FINRA going to be holding the bag. I believe this is going to be the worst market collapse in the history of the U.S. stock market. And all this is why. Because the SEC refused to do their job and enforce the rules of the market. When they took that buy button away almost 4 years ago, the SEC could have stopped in and shut a lot of people down and ended the fraud, but they didn't. They allowed it to continue. And you know why? Because a lot of the bad actors, what do? They pay off the politicians. The politicians appoint the heads of these agencies, and the heads of these agencies do what the bad actors want. You can't police people who are helping your pocket. I mean, it just doesn't work. There's a conflict of interest. And that's why I believe the SEC refuses to do their job. And also the fact of the revolving door system, where these people, they work for the government, and while they're working for the government, what do? They're being nice to the private sector. They're not fining them. They're letting them do what they want. You know why? Because they want one of those 7-figure jobs when they leave government service. They want to leave government service and go to one of those 7-figure jobs in the private industry on Wall Street. And if they were being too hard on Wall Street, you think they're going to get an invitation to interview for one of those 7-figure jobs? Of course not. And they know this. And because they know this, they try to be accommodating to the criminals. And because the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI, and these institutions, these regulatory institutions, try to accommodate the bad actors, that is why we are in the situation that we are in now. That is why there's 68 new banks that are considered problem banks by the FDIC. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think the problem banks are going to help AMC and GME run to the moon? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.